On this video, I'm going to tell you what it's been like fasting for the past 76 hours and 40 minutes. I'm on a 4-day water fast. What's it been like? I want to start off by mentioning the fact that I just celebrated the Jewish New Year, and I celebrated it with a lot of friends and great people, prestigious people, one of them being a member of the British Parliament. And whilst I was celebrating it, with the meals all around me, a lot of food was coming out. And Jessica Madden had no food. No food whatsoever. No food. How did I cope with it? Food all around me. Why did I stay there? Why didn't I just leave? Why did I stay? You know why I stayed? Because this is the best way to do it. You want to fight your persistency for your being drawn to food. Do that by being around people who are eating on a fast day. Smell the food. Smell the food. Even be envious of the people eating, but don't eat. That means of willpower. That means of strength, of being principled, is unbelievable. For that alone, it is worth fasting. For that alone. But there are many other health benefits that are to be derived from fasting. It helps you with your immune system, it helps you with your metabolism. That's just to name a few of the many benefits of fasting. What have I felt during my fast in particular, which was striking? Well, I sat next to somebody, and that person was very stressed. They were drinking away. And I was very, very focused, very, very principled. I wasn't affected by the stress around me. I got into a situation where I was being bombarded with a stressful situation around me, a stressful scenario, but I wasn't affected. It didn't touch my energy. It didn't touch my frequency. And I was fascinated because, yes, I'm fasting. And yes, I'm a person who was ingrained to be a people's pleaser. For many years, I was a people's pleaser. And I'm still not over it yet. I will get there one day. I'm getting there right now. I'm working on it, but I'm still pretty much, I'm kind of like, you'd call me in the middle stage. I'm not a people's pleaser anymore, but I could fall back into it. I could get thrown back into being a people's pleaser, unfortunately. It doesn't happen as quick as it used to be, as it used to happen. But my point is that I was by nature rather, a people's pleaser. And because I was a people's pleaser, I was often enough thrown into states of stress, thrown into states of anxiety. Why? Why was that? How could that be? Isn't it like kind of like an oxymoron? If you're a people's pleaser, you're pleasing people. You wouldn't get distressed. Actually, you would. That's what people's pleaser actually means. A person who gives so much to others to please them, not realizing that they're not giving themselves enough, and not realizing that they're not actually pleasing the other people. They're not. People don't appreciate when you don't sit there with your own boundaries. They don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate when you are that yes, no, tell me what to say, and I will do that. People don't appreciate that. Who told me this? You're not going to believe it, but it was a guy who gave me therapy. An ultra-Orthodox guy who tried to push on to me conversion therapy. He actually told me this amazing tip on life, which is very useful. Although I think his means of therapy was junk, he was actually giving himself therapy by trying to give me therapy. So it was actually junk science, etc. His stuff, fair enough, not for me to judge. I don't judge people anymore on my channel. I'm sure you've realized that by now. So I'm not going to get into the particulars of the case. I'm not going to get into the particulars of the person's personality. But the point was that he told me, Jessica, that if you please people, they don't appreciate it. In other words, if you're a people's pleaser, they don't appreciate it. If you don't draw your boundaries, you're not appreciated. People like other people who draw their boundaries. People like other people who love themselves. Because if you love yourself, you could love and you're a good friend for others. When people see that you're a principled person, when people see that even if they mock you, or even if they tell you off for something, you remain principled within the confines of your boundaries, people appreciate that. They do. People appreciate that. It doesn't happen overnight, obviously. It takes a bit of time. But eventually you get to realize that people appreciate when you mark your boundaries, when you don't allow other people to violate your boundaries. It's appreciated. And it's for your benefit. It's your long-term benefit. Like I said, you cannot do it overnight. You cannot expect that the people who are violating your boundaries for years should all of a sudden say, oh, this person now respects their own boundaries. We're going to go along and respect it too. It doesn't work like that. It takes time. It's not hard. It's not hard. I always say this. I used to say this a lot more in the month of July. It's not hard, but it's not easy either. Persistency will eventually give you that means of self-preservation. Why am I calling it self-preservation? Why is not being a people's pleaser actually self-preservation? Why? Because being a people's pleaser is effectively causing yourself self-deprivation. Understand where I'm getting at over here? Understand where I'm taking you here? Being a people's pleaser means that you cause yourself self-deprivation. Stopping to be a people's pleaser means that you cause yourself self-preservation. And it's also done by the fact that you gain more friends in life. You don't gain a lot of friends in life by being a people's pleaser. You don't gain a lot of friends in life by pleasing people all the time. Why? Why is that? I'm good. I treated that person nicely. I was kind and respectful to that person. I did whatever they asked me to do. Because nobody appreciates that. People appreciate somebody who stands on their own 2 feet. That's a good friend to have. That's a good acquaintance to have. That's a good co-worker to have. Somebody who stands on their 2 feet. Because if you stand on your 2 feet up, you're somebody to rely upon. And you're not going to be reliant on somebody else. If you're a people's pleaser, you're reliant on others. Nobody likes somebody who's constantly reliant on them. That's something which I've picked up through my amazing fasts and through my amazing spiritual ascension journey. I want to follow on and talk about the concept of self-love. You know, there are people in this world who think that if somebody says something not nice to them, they need to answer back. They need to hurt them in return. Somebody hurt me, I'll hurt them in return. Thing is though, that if you actually love them in return, you say something nice back to them, you'll eventually get to realize that you are stopping the karma. You are stopping the karmic cycle. And that person who's throwing junk at you, they will eventually stop. Because you're making them realize from a very deep place from within that they are lacking love. Like I said so many times before, if you love yourself, you are always kind to everybody. Obviously, you're going to protect your boundaries, like I said. So once again, I'm going to say it. If you love yourself, you don't judge others and you're kind to others. If you don't love yourself from a deep place from within, you will not be able to be kind and non-judgmental towards others and yourself. We are effectively out on our own in this universe. What? On our own? We're not actually on our own. We're actually living a life, we're living a paradigm which is reflected by the people around us in our lives. That's my amazing message today. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. And press that like button if you enjoyed today's video. And why not feel free to share away with your family, friends, acquaintances, peers. Feel free to share away. And remember what's going to happen to the 100th subscriber. You're going to get from me a free gift. And why not press the bell notification next to the subscribe button so you can see these videos right away when they come out. I love you so much, and if you're fasting tomorrow's a Jewish fast day, have a great fast. I love you so much. Wishing you high frequency, high vibes. Love you so much.